Welcome to Section 1. What is data governance? In this section, we will introduce you to the basics of data governance and what is it about. In this video, we will be covering what is data governance, role of data in today's world, why do we need data governance, what are the benefits of data governance. So let's get started. To begin with, what is data governance? Data governance is about ensuring data availability, integrity, privacy, accuracy, and security through the data lifecycle from collection to disposal. So when we talk about data governance ensuring data availability, it means data is available at all times for everyone. You can say 24/7, the data should be available for access. Data integrity, how reliable the data is, that is also has to be maintained. Data privacy, since data may include personal information, sensitive information, or confidential information, privacy of data is of utmost importance. Accuracy, the data has to be accurate. Whatever processing you may do or analytics you may perform or any other purpose for which you will use the data, it has to be accurate so that you also get accurate results. And security. Data security is one of the key risks which we face in today's day and age. With the increasing number of threats, increasing number of phishing attempts, data theft, so it becomes very, very important that the data security, or we may also call it as information security, is also maintained. And it's very important to understand the data life cycle, that is from collection to disposal. Collection, when the first time data is created or the data origination happens, to the point of disposal, or we may call it data deletion also. So therefore, through the entire data life cycle, it's important to maintain all the aspects of data. And that is what we're going to be talking about in the data governance. Data governance is about setting internal policies and standards that apply to how data is collected, processed, retained, and disposed of. It defines who can access data based on roles and responsibility. Very important. Not everyone in the organization may have access to all the data. And it may vary from department to department, from process to process. And therefore, it is important that it should be based on roles and responsibility. It defines requirement to ensure compliance with applicable laws, industry standards, and other relevant stakeholders. So the data governance will help you define that what are the various laws which are applicable to your organization based on type of business you are in. Now, those applicable laws may be data privacy laws, which are obviously one of the key upcoming laws in a lot of countries. And since the GDPR has come in, a lot of countries are coming up with the data privacy law. Similarly, there may be other law depending on the type of business you are in. If you are in banking, if you are in a financial institution, then accordingly, those laws related to money laundering, to KYC or know your customer, those laws will also be applicable to you. Again, in that, all that processes which are performed or compliance checks which are performed, there is a lot of personal information and sensitive information, financial information of the customers, of the vendors, of other individuals, which is collected and processed. So therefore, requirement to comply with those, all the applicable laws are very important. Industry standards. So if you are from financial industry, I talked about the AML, KYC or the banking requirements which are there. If you are from hotel industry, then additional environmental related standards are there. You've heard of ISOs and other industry standards which are over there. So all those may be required. Compliance is must over there, and we cannot have any non-compliance or basically zero tolerance toward that. And other relevant stakeholders. Now you may be processing on behalf of other companies, or that may have been outsourced, or you may have other stakeholders like regulators, auditors, your third parties. So they may be asking for additional compliance requirements which are over there because of their internal policies or procedures they may have set across. So data governance will help you ensure compliance to all these laws, industry standards, and whatever your relevant stakeholders are asking you to do for. It ensures consistency for use across business and compliance. Again, the data has to be consistent. You cannot have one team or one function having a different set of data and the other team not getting access to same set of data, because then the interdependability on both the functions within the organization will get missed over here. So data consistency, right, whether it is the front end or whether it is the back end team, everyone should be looking at the same data and throughout the duration of the data. It cannot be that after 1 year or after months or whatever is the duration may be, that the data has changed. So data consistency is also important. So this is what the overall objective or a very high level objective of data governance is.